Tyr, Bronze Age province in Forge of Empires. Conquering the province Tyr, we will receive access to the competition with other players, so-called PvP, rewarding successful players with medals every week. Before I start with this province, I build a Slinger Range and recruit 4 Slingers. Fighting in the 3rd province of this game, Tyr, we should start to check before each fight that our population is enthusiastic, providing us 120% points in the PvP competition after this province. A good time to train for this. Sector 1. I start with the lower right sector. It is possible to infiltrate the sector to make the opponent's units weaker, but this would be a waste of coins. With 4 spear fighters plus 4 slingers, we will not have to fear this 1 horseman and 2 warriors. The slingers have a bonus against warriors, the spear fighters have a bonus against horsemen. I send the spear fighters to bushes and position the slingers behind them. The horseman avoids the spear fighters and prefers to attack a slinger. Fortunately, a single hit is not enough to kill it, and the spear fighters immediately take revenge for this attack. The slingers then kill the first warrior, and the spear fighters finish the battle right after. I lost 1 slinger, which would have been avoidable by playing more precisely, but this unit will be reproduced very fast. Sector 2. For the sector in the lower center, I pick 4 spear fighters and 4 slingers. The opponent uses 3 warriors and a spear fighter. I only move forward a little bit, avoiding to get into the opponent's range. The computer exposes his spear fighter so much that the slingers easily can kill it without the risk to get attacked by the warriors. I use a spear fighter as a bait, a bit protected by bushes, so that it will not be killed by 1 hit. The slingers use lakes and swamps to keep outside of the warrior's range. It is very important to recognize such situations on a map to use them to your advantage. This way I complete this battle without losses. Sector 3. The northeast sector is next. Against 2 spear fighters and 2 warriors, I again use the same team of spear fighters and slingers. The spear fighters build a wall in front of the slingers to keep these out of the opponent's range. As soon as the computer attacks my spear fighters, the slingers then attack them from the background. Afterwards, the same happens to the warriors. I lose a spear fighter, but I win the sector. The westmost sector contains 2 spear fighters, 1 warrior and a stone thrower. I use the same team as before. Due to the stone thrower, waiting on my side of the map is not an option. Instead, I move all my units forward, but keeping them outside of the opponent's range as they move next. The stone thrower then makes a bit damage to a slinger. The opponent's spear fighter and the warrior are eliminated soon. My spear fighters use bonus fields, bushes and forest. Afterwards, the stone thrower has no defense. I complete this fight without losses. Sector 5. The northmost sector is last. 2 stone throwers and 2 warriors are the next mission for my team of 4 spear fighters and 4 slingers. In the first round, I carefully keep my units out of the opponent's range. Afterwards, I place the spare fighters on bonus fields as a bait so that the slingers can attack from behind. This leads to another victory without losses. Conquering the province Tyr provides access to the PvP tournaments of the Bronze Age.